There are films. You all will agree with me that there are movies, there are film, there is filmmaking, and then there are moments in cinema that defines an era. Kemi Adetiba's King of Boys is not just a film. It is a revolution in Africa's storytelling. It is a film that dares to marry politics and power, marries morality and madness. Talk about loyalty and betrayal. All of this under the blazing shadow of one woman's rise and fall. Eniola Salami. I am just trying to be in her element. That is the reason for this costume today, and I hope I'm able to imitate her. In this review, guys, we are going to be dissecting King of Boys through the 5 lenses of filmmaking. We're going to be exploring why it remains one of the most boldest, the most unflinching political drama ever made in the history of Nollywood. I am Fina, not Eniola Salami, and today I am your host for the Theembassystudios film review. Join me, guys, as we start to narrate the movie or the film King of Boys. Some of you call it KOB.
The streets are at war. Odudu Bariba has divided the table.
This woman has lost respect for this table.
We all remember King of Boys, especially now that To Kill a Monkey just came out. Few people who had not watched King of Boys went back to watch King of Boys. I know To Kill a Monkey is a beautiful film, is a masterpiece, is the rave of the moment. Everybody's talking about it. But King of Boys is the king of it all. At its core, King of Boys is a Shakespearean tragedy that sets in the ruthless underworld of Nigerian politics. That is what the film is trying to imitate. The film tells the story of Eniola Salami, a powerful businesswoman and a political influencer who climbs the corridors of power. But soon she finds herself consumed by ambitions, by betrayal, and by vengeance. She was so powerful that many of us women were trying to be like her. But the screenplay is masterfully fuses crime, politics, gender, morality. It builds a complex world where power is currency and loyalty is negotiable. The dark side of ambition, the price of power, gender politics, and the cost of female dominance in one word, betrayal, redemption, and legacy. That is King of Boys for you. Kemi Adetiba crafts a multi-layered story that moves with precision. Each act unfolds like a chess match. King of Boys is just King of Boys. I'm trying to remember some of the moments, and I'm trying to review the motive, exposing the weaknesses, and testing loyalty. There are no heroes here. There are no heroes in King of Boys, but there were survivors. King of Boys is not just a storytelling. That wasn't just a movie. That is a storytelling with teeth. Those days when our elders or our forefathers used to sit us down, the children, and tell story from the heart. That's how King of Boys was done. It's a masterpiece. Kemi Adetiba proves once again. She's always proving herself right. She's always proving that she's a director of vision and conviction. From the wedding party to King of Boys, her evolution is monumental all the time. She directs like someone who understands power and how it corrupts. Her camera doesn't just observe, interrogate. Everything feels intentional. Her interpretation of her scripts are excellent. I think she gives everything when she's doing her movies. And King of Boys, for me, till today, nothing has beat King of Boys. Not even To Kill a Mocking. To Kill a Mocking is not even half King of Boys, but I suspect their upcoming movie, The Messiah, directed by her husband Oscar. From the trailer I have seen, that may be on the same pace with King of Boys. But for now, there is no movie, there is no match like King of Boys. Her ability to balance violence and vulnerability, her treatment of Eniola, not as a villain, but as a wounded monarch, human and monstrous all at once. At some point, you pity her. At some point, you like, this is more than a woman. She was living in a woman's world. She was in a man's world, especially when the camera goes from Tony Toes, the young Eniola and the older Eniola. She's one of the directors and producers that really brought that aspect of filmmaking out. The tone balance between political realism and emotional tragedy in this film, like I said in my review episode of To Kill a Mocking, that Kemi always creates a universe that feels both authentic and everything, where boardrooms and back alleys carry equal weight. She created a universe with King of Boys. She created another universe with To Kill a Mocking. And she did it before with The Wedding Party. It is not just about directing. It is everything to combine. You will agree that it is evidence that Kemi directed King of Boys with a cinematic eye. She has Ojukoro eye for film, but for King of Boys, she also did it with a political conscience. With King of Boys, she set a new standard. For Wedding Party, she set a new standard. To Kill a Mocking, she set a new standard. I don't know what she's coming up with again. She's always setting standards for Africa filmmakers who dare to think globally while remaining grounded in local truth. Trust me, from Wedding Party, King of Boys, To Kill a Mocking, she is intentional about global, and she's also intentional about keeping that culture in it. Kemi Adetiba is very intentional about global reach, while also keeping that the African Nigeria culture in her production. Now let's talk about the performances of King of Boys. Oh, Auntie Shola, the Madam Eniola, the one I'm trying to represent. Eniola Salami, a performance of the ages. After King of Boys, I want to believe her pay is off the roof, because Eniola Salami was fierce, manipulative, loving, cruel, divine. You can't help but love her character and herself. Her character and herself, they are not separated. It's one. Remember those scenes in the film where she was burying her children? With all the sins she committed in the film, at that point, you can't help but love this woman, but pity for this woman. She was everything. The emotions were real. I was asking myself, I was like, this is not a film. Who is Kemi? Who is this girl? Eniola Salami, she pulls you out of your seat as an audience and puts you inside the film, as if you are with her. You cry with her, you laugh with her, you feel her breath. One thing I want to point out about King of Boys, there are no moments. Everything is 10 over 10. Every spot, every scene, everything. You are like from aha to wow, to aha to wow. Auntie Shola, who is Eniola, never played her role. She embodies her. She embodied Eniola. Her every gesture, every tear, every scream is loaded with history, with the emotions of a woman who had clawed her way up from the mud, only to be drawn in the blood of her own ambitions. Eniola was everything. It was everything no actor or actress have never been. Come to Tony Toes, that is the young Eniola. Tony Tones delivers one of the most seamless flashback of performances in Nollywood history. Her pose, her diction, her ferocity mirrors Shola's energy perfectly. You believe she's a younger Eniola. Honestly, I'm not trying to exaggerate. Honestly, I was thinking, are these people just acting or this is real? Maybe unknowingly there were cameras like a reality show. There were cameras and this Eniola, Shola and Tony Tones and Makanaki, everybody was just, it was something else. I think Kemi Adetiba has something she does with her actors. The production design and editing is, everything is top notch. The costumes, especially Eniola's attires, from the young Eniola, they all speak volume about her evolution. From street queen to political monarch, the color, texture, and the space all tell part of her body. The editing was perfect. Honestly, King of Boys beats To Kill a Monkey 10 times over. The rhythm suits the epic scales of its story. The transition between timeless, they are just fluid. They are maintaining emotion continuity. Everything, the use of flashback as narrative, they did not just explain the past, they haunt the present. It's world building power. It's expansive, but yet it was controlled. It's intimate. Overall, King of Boys is more than a movie. It is a declaration. It's like when Nigeria decided to say, we have become a nation. King of Boys is a declaration that Nigeria cinema can be bold. Kemi Adetiba take risk. Too much risk that nobody will want to take. In the history of filmmaking, she take most risk. With King of Boys, she builds a world where a woman's ambition is both her sword and her downfall. She did it very well. Unapologetic Nigeria authenticity. This film is Nollywood answer to The Godfather. If I rate it over 5, it's 5 over 5. If I rate it over 10, it would have been 10 over 10. But only God is 10 over 10. So King of Boys is 9.9.9.9 point another 9. In King of Boys, power doesn't change people. Remember, it only reveals them. And in reviewing them, Kemi Adetiba reveals us all of us. This is Nigeria cinema at its most daring, most human, like I said before, but most unforgettable. I really wish she does something like this again. And this is where I'm going to stop the show for today. Please join me for the next episode of the Embassy Film Review. And please do not forget to like us, follow us, talk about us, And most importantly, let's continue the conversation on the comment section. See you on the next episode. Bye.